Norland. Let me get my camera kind of set. Yikes. Okay, hopefully you guys can see me. Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about what it's like to be disappointed. Not for you to be disappointed, though sometimes you are, but to have others be disappointed in you. Is that something you faced? Hey, Apex Cage, have people been disappointed in you for the decisions you've made? Hi, Ari Star. Hey, Jada. Hey, BJ. Haley, how are you? Have people been disappointed in you? Hey, Louisa, for decisions that you've made. Hey, Ronald. Hey, Karen. Hey, Haley. Have people been disappointed in you for decisions you've made in your life? Hi, Henry. Hi, Raven. And what do you do about it? Do you feel like you have to please people? Do you feel like you have to do things? Hey, Muddiser, am I saying that right? Do you have to do things to make other people happy? Do you feel like if you don't do things to make other people happy, you're not going to have friends? What do you feel like when you feel like you can't make a decision because someone else might get mad at you? My day's been great so far. Thanks, Raven. What do you do if you feel like someone might get mad at you? Do you not do what you feel like you're supposed to do, what you feel is right? Someone says, yeah, they do that. There's goals I've had in life, and I have people close to me, and I think Jacob said they're angry, they don't know how to respond. There's been things I've wanted to do, but because I've had certain people in my life say, no, don't do that. That's a stupid idea. That's not going to be any good. That's not going to make any money. That's going to fail. That I haven't done it. Have you been in a place where you're so afraid to step out on your own and be bold? Oh, my favorite color is turquoise. Someone just asked. Have you been afraid to step out of your comfort zone and do something you wanted to do because you were afraid of what other people would say? Hey, the Megan plays. And how does that make you feel? Do you feel constricted? Do you feel tight? Do you feel like you're in a cage, in a prison? Okay. Cowgirl Ever 16 said she used to, but not anymore. So tell us how you got over that. What did you do? Someone said Ari, sorry, been in a place afraid to step out of your comfort zone. How do you get over that? How do you get over being a disappointment to people? Hey, Perry, good to see you. Quan Trail, okay. So someone says exactly what you're saying is on my mind right now, Catherine. This has been burning in my heart for at least 2 days to share with you. What do you do when you are afraid you're going to be a disappointment to someone? You know, it's not like you want to let people down. It's not like you're trying to do it on purpose. Hey, MTA expert. Hi, fishy, not fishy. Hi, Clara. How do you live your life, keep the friends you want to keep, and then not be a disappointment to people? Is that even possible? See, he's telling me how to pronounce it, and I'm still not going to do it right. Quientrelle. I'm terrible. Sorry. So how do you not disappoint people? Well, we have to be secure in who we are, and we have to be okay with disappointing people. Taj Hani, hi. I realized you were just trying to destroy me and not be happy for me. Huh? Because a lot of toxic people in my life. Yeah, there's a lot of toxic people in our life. So what do we do when, sometimes we think, oh, that person they just want to help me. Sometimes they do want to help you, but it doesn't mean just because someone gives you advice and they're disappointed if you do something they don't want you to do, it doesn't mean that their advice is the right advice for you. They may love you, they may want what's best for you, but ultimately you're going to have to make your own decisions. Hi, Malika. You're going to have to make your own decisions. So nothing is wrong. Someone just asked if there's something wrong. I'm just passionate about getting people to be free out of the prison of not having to please everybody. How many of you comment in the comment section if you've ever been a people pleaser? Yes, Clara said, how do you stop caring about what other people think? Yeah, they want to be who they are. Some people can't even post photos they want to post. They can't be who they really are on their social media channels because someone might see it and be angry and be disappointed in them for what they post. Sometimes people tell me do not do something, and I always listen. Sometimes it's good to listen and sometimes it's not, but that's what you have to get to the bottom of. When is it okay to listen to people's advice and when is it not? Okay, yes, Malika, you're right. I've been there. She said it's kind of hard to do that when you think they're right. True. And sometimes maybe they are right, but you have to get to the place in your life. Philip said, listen to the Bible. That is a great place to start. Someone says people will judge me and make fun of their posts. And yeah, people will. I get hate mail all the time. I get thumbs down, I get dislikes, but I can't not be who I am. You listen to yourself, listen to your heart, listen to your feelings, you listen to God, but you don't always have to listen to other people. Oh, good point, Malika said they just want to control you. I just made a video about disappointment and I talked about that. As I read a quote yesterday from Timothy Jones, and I don't remember the exact quote, but it said something about sometimes people who are disappointed in you really just wanted to control you. So how many people are disappointed in you because they just want to be in control of you? Yeah, don't worry. Don't worry about feeling stupid. No, and honestly, that's other people's opinion. Clara said she also has heterochromia. My boyfriend can't post about our life because his family doesn't approve. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to be who you are because everybody is going to judge you. Everyone is going to make comments. Everybody is going to say something. But who is it important? Who is more important to you? Who are the people that you really have to please? Who are the people that it would just be terrible for you to disappoint them? Well, I hope number one, it's God, and number two, it's yourself. You know, there's going to be a lot of people that are not going to be happy with you, but you have to be true to yourself and what you feel and know is right. And as you get older, it does get to be easier. Hi, Dia. It gets to be easier to trust yourself, but even sometimes it's not even, sometimes sometimes people are in their 50s and 60s and 70s and still don't trust their judgment. I'm sorry if I don't get to all your comments. Some of them are going by so fast, I can't read them all. So if I don't answer something, you can put it in again. Hi, Ravi. So disappointment. Who is it okay for you to disappoint? Who is it not okay for you to disappoint? Have you ever felt like you've been a disappointment to people, and what can you do about it? Hey, Fred. Cowgirl says, sometimes you got to do you and not worry about what others think. We are living for God, not people. Someone said, I fell out of place with my dad and disappointed him. I'm really sad. Can you go back to your dad and talk to him about it? You know, sometimes we can't always do what people want us to do and they will be disappointed with us. But sometimes you can go to them and say, hey, I just want to let you know this is where I'm coming from. This is my point of view. This is why I did what I did, or this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I want you to see it from my perspective. Sometimes if people can understand why you're doing something, hi Cynthia, and hi Dior's Mayor. See, sometimes if people can see it from your perspective, they'll have an easier time. You know, they might still be disappointed in your choices, but they might have an easier time understanding why you do what you do. Ultimately, we're only going to answer to God one day, and hopefully you're proud of yourself at the end of the day. Can you look in the mirror and be proud of yourself at the end of the day? So we can't always worry about disappointing others. People aren't going to be happy with us. They're going to have something to say. They're going to have some comments. We're going to feel like we can't be ourselves. But you know, you're the one that has to go to bed at night and be able to sleep through the night knowing you did what was right. Someone said, how do you stand up to someone? Well, it depends. What is the situation? Someone said, hi, Sarah. Sarah's here from Darman. Yeah, when you look at someone said, when I see myself in the mirror, I feel ugly and it's true, I'm ugly. Honestly, that is just an opinion. That doesn't make it the truth. You know, some people, some of the most beautiful models in the world think they're ugly. That is perspective. And who is the true judge of beauty anyway? Don't ever call yourself ugly. You know what? When you put yourself down, you are putting down the God that made you. And who are you to say that you're ugly? I mean, you're not in charge of that. Is there things you can do to improve your looks if you think you need to? Sure, there's things you can do. But don't ever call yourself ugly. That's right. Jacob, he said, God made us perfect. Yeah, we may not see it, and I'm really passionate about that topic. So you get me going on that. I could talk for an hour. It's a lot of what my course is. I've been shooting a course for the last, well, since August, called You Are Worthy, and it's to teach people how to discover their value, learn to love themselves, and become who they were meant to be. And the first thing we have to do that is to get out of our own way, to stop thinking that we have anything that's limiting us. Oh, thank you, Ravi. Oh, Cynthia, maybe you are weird. I'm weird. I think everybody has some kind of weird. We just have to be who we are and be unapologetic for it. Catherine, do you think it's okay if I don't believe in God? Louisa, that's on you. It's, you know what? If God hasn't made himself real to you, or you haven't dug in to find out if God is real, that's on you. I can't say what is good for you and what is not good for you, but I would say God is looking for you. God is looking to have a relationship with you, and he loves you. So if you don't know that love yet, then it's time to reach out and look, because I can tell you, I used to not have God in my life, and now I do. And having him is so much better than not having him. You're not alone in the world. When all your friends forsake you, when everyone else leaves you, God is somebody who is closer than a brother, who will never leave you or forsake you, who always believes in you, who is your biggest cheerleader. God is not disappointed in you. Is it okay to be of death? Does this mean be afraid of death? I don't think you need to be afraid of anything. Really, if you have a relationship with God and you know you're going to heaven when you die, death is like, whoo, it's going to be celebration time. Oh, thank you, Love Nature. No, you don't have to have, don't worry, Louisa, you're entitled to your opinion. If you haven't experienced God's love yet, it's there for you and waiting. And don't feel bad if anybody's saying anything to you. Maybe that's why you're here. Maybe that's why you're on my channel, to find out more about God. You know, a lot of times people are pushed away from a relationship with God because they haven't had any person in their life that has showed real love, that has shown them that kind of experience. Maybe they've only had people who say they love God, who do not treat people very well. I'm sorry someone called you fat on social media. Honestly, I've gotten called so many things I can't even repeat. But does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. Who cares? Who are those people? Those people, if those people aren't in your life, if those people didn't give birth to you, they're not your family, they're not your friends, they're not your boss who's paying your paycheck, they can take their comments of you're fat, you're ugly, you're not talented, you're a bad actor. I get those all the time, and they can just keep talking and walk out the door, because I don't care if I disappoint them. My life isn't about them. My life isn't about the haters. Your life shouldn't be about the haters either. Your life should be about pleasing those you care about, but not being a people pleaser. There's a line. You want to make people happy who love you and who are there for you. Okay, so I'm sorry I've gone off on a tangent and I missed a lot of your questions. Thank you so much, Sophia. So yes, Mudassar said life is to be enjoyed because it is short. What made you do this live today, Hannah said? Because I just have been thinking about people being displeased and disappointed in me, and I know others that they live their whole life to do what other people want them to do, and meanwhile they're like dying inside because they're not going after what they care about. They're not going after what they're passionate about because they're so worried what other people will think of them. I want to tell you guys, you don't have to worry about what other people think of you. You're welcome, Rachel. Okay, so there was a couple questions I missed. Okay, how do I communicate effectively with my parents? They misunderstand me many times, and my opinions are not considered. Okay, so do you have the kind of relationship with your parents where you can talk to them, where you feel like you can be yourself, where you are respected, where they listen to you? If not, that is a great place to start. And it may be scary at first. Your heart may be like, whoo, beating like, oh, I don't know. But you have to say, you know what, Mom, Dad, I've been feeling like we really need to have like a chat about some things. And then, you know, come at it from a place, not finger pointing. Don't come at it where you're like, you should be doing this or you should be doing that or you're not respecting me.
Hi, guys.
This is my son, Timmy.
I saw your live streaming.
You saw my live streaming. Don't come. So whenever you're going to confront somebody or have a conversation with them, don't come at it from a place where you're pointing out their faults or you're judging them or you're telling them what they need to do better. Instead, come at them from a place of humility. Come at them from a place of, look, maybe our communication stuff in the past hasn't worked out, and I want to take responsibility that I haven't always reached out to you when I could have. Communication is a two-way street. You may feel like you can't approach them because of them getting mad at you in the past or them putting you down or them judging you. And it may be scary to step out and have these conversations. I know I've had to do this. But when you put yourself in a place where you're going to be humble, you're not going to get upset, you have to allow yourself to just pray before you go into the conversation. Say, God, please give me the words to say. Help me not to feel like I'm being attacked. And it's true, maybe they will attack you, but you have to be okay with the communication. You have to be okay with if this sparks something in them and they get worked up and upset about it. You have to be okay with them coming at you maybe a little harsh, and just realize, you know what? It's not about you. It's just where they're at right now. It's, whatever the communication is, be coming at it from a place of humility and take responsibility. Seattle Green, good to see you. Come at it from a place of humility where you're gonna take responsibility and accountability for your part in not having a good relationship. So if you've been keeping things secretive, if you haven't been communicating, you haven't been reaching out, then you have to approach it from that humble place and say, hey, Mom, Dad, I want to have a better relationship with you, and I feel like sometimes I feel like I can't talk to you because I'm worried about what you're going to say or how you're going to judge me. Oh, thank you, Dia. But I just want to let you know, I want to be close. I want to have a close relationship with you. Raven, I'm from Minnesota, but I live in California. You let them know what your expectations are. In other words, I want to be close to you. I want us to have a good connection, but sometimes I get nervous or afraid to tell you how I'm really feeling because I don't want you to be disappointed with me. I don't want you to be upset with me. But there's some things I feel like I can't share with you because I'm worried about how you'll react to it. Is there anything we can do to make that right? Is there a way that, you would be open to hearing what I want to do, but also my heart in why I want to do it, why I feel strongly about this? Is it okay if I talk to you for 5 or 10 minutes to just let you know where I'm coming from and you don't say anything? Please just let me get out what I'm trying to say, and then let's talk about it and see how that works for you. See if that kind of response will help you because, they may have been wrong in how they treated you in the past. They may have not done things correctly, decently, or in order. But if you come at them with the olive branch, if you come at them from a place of peace and saying, I want to make this right, I want to start over, then see how people will open up. A lot of times when people do wrong, when they do wrong to us, we feel justified like, I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. I'm going to tell them how they hurt me. I'm going to tell them how they were mean and rude, and I don't want that in my life. Hi, Siler, the baddie. I'm just going to tell them off, and I'm going to tell them how much they ruined my life and hurt me. But you know, when you do that, and even if they did, hey, Roblox girl, videos, block screen, even if they did do something wrong, even if they did hurt you, hey, Bike Life J, approaching them from a place of anger, hate, hurt, or accusation isn't going to solve the problem. It isn't going to make them want to open up and talk to you. All it's going to do is make them want to defend themselves. And you can't have a true, heartfelt, thank you, work phone, honest conversation with somebody if you're coming at them from a place of, hey, Verity, accusation, finger pointing, wanting to tell them all that they've done wrong. So I know it isn't easy. You may be the innocent person. They may be the person that's been the attacker and the antagonist. But it comes back to, you know, what would Jesus do? You know, bless those who persecute you. Pray for those who spitefully use you. Give to those who take from you. It's hard because it does come with having to know the difference between being humble and meek and being a doormat. Now, I was a doormat for years, and that is one of the reasons I come to you guys and want to talk to you, is because I don't want you guys to be a doormat. I don't want you to just let people wipe their muddy feet on you and step all over you. I want you to be strong and courageous and to be able to be who you are and live your best life and do what gives you passion, do what makes you happy, do it unapologetically, but with kindness and grace and love, and the people that you care about, the people that you want in your life, to be able to be who you are and have a conversation with them without fear, without worry, without torment, without judgment. Okay, now I missed a bunch of comments that just happened while I was on that topic. So if I still haven't answered your question, hi Natalia, then just type it again. Okay, to be confident, you have to not care what other people think. Eileen, that's true. You're welcome, Ari. They have nothing to do in their life. Well, and that's true too. A lot of people who are so busy telling you all the things you could do differently that are disappointed in you, what are they even doing with their life? I am too busy leading my life, doing what I feel like is my calling and my purpose and taking care of what's important to me than to worry about what anybody else is doing. Someone said, people get harassment if you do this. Tell everyone. So I didn't think I finished that comment. Okay, so you have to be you. And you have to be you unapologetically, but it doesn't mean you're brash. It doesn't mean you're rude. It doesn't mean you're spiteful. It doesn't mean you're prideful. It doesn't mean you're up in their face going, this is me, just take it or not. You know, you can still be kind and be who you are meant to be. Ravi said, I want a pup, but my mom and dad won't allow it because we live in a flat. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, maybe you're going to have to get one when you move out on your own someday. Oh, thank you, Clara. I appreciate it. So the fine line between being meek and humble, being kind, but not being stepped on. You know what? Some people, go ahead and ask me whatever your question is. Being able to be who you are, to be kind, but still stand your ground. There's still going to be people who accuse you of being rude, of being mean, and sometimes they're just saying that to get to you. Catherine, how can we help you in your life? You give so much to others. Oh, thank you. This is why it's recommended. Okay. So being who you are without being afraid of who you are, being kind and meek without being a doormat. You're on a tightrope. Okay, you lean too much this way, you're going to fall off if you're mean and rude. You lean too much this way and you're too nice, you're doormat, you're going to fall off. It's having that tightrope walk where I'm being kind, I'm being gentle, I'm being meek and humble, but I am still being myself. I still have boundaries. I'm still going to stand my ground. I'm still going to do what I think is the right thing to do. Thank you, Raven. I appreciate it. So what are your comments? What are your questions? What are your concerns? My question is, if I can have some advice, because I'm scared to go on Discord again because of my K-pop profile picture. Well, you know, when you have something you're passionate about that others aren't, you're always going to get flack. You're always going to get feedback. But the cool thing is when you are yourself, then the people who are like you will like you. And the people who aren't like you won't like you. So sometimes, instead of trying to be generic, instead of trying to put forth this generic face that everybody's going to like, you dig into that niche. You specialize in that thing you like, whether it's your K-pop or Roblox or whatever gives you passion, because that will bring like-minded, passionate people to you. You know, there was many, many, many years, love God, follower of God, but would never talk about God, would never post about God, because I was afraid that it might make other people uncomfortable. I was afraid that something I love and am passionate about might get other people offended. But then I felt like I wasn't being true to myself. You know, for me to say, to give people advice on what helped me, and to leave God out of it when I know God is the number one thing in my life that has helped me overcome my self-worth issues, that has made me confident, that has made me be the person I am, I would be a sham, I would be a phony, and I would be a fake if I hid that. Now, yeah, when some people hear me talk about God, they might leave. They might bail. Well, there's nothing I can do about that. They might make fun of me, but there's nothing I can do about that. All I can do is be me, because you know what? Sooner or later, the real you is going to come out. Sooner or later, people are going to find out you like K-pop, or you like Roblox, or you like whatever it is that you like. And the people that don't like it, they can bounce. Because why are you trying to pretend to be something you're not anyway? Be who you are. My favorite quote from Dr. Seuss. He's a great author. Dr. Seuss quote, it says, be who you are and say how you feel, because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. You guys, those who matter in your life aren't going to care that you like something weird. Oh, Clara says, oh my God, I always read his books. Dr. Seuss is the best. Do you know he was a real doctor? He was a real doctor before he started writing children's books, and people thought he was crazy to want to write children's books, because that was not considered a very cool thing to do at the time. Okay, always stay true to your authentic self. There is no use in trying to please someone by being what they want you to be or doing what they want you to do. Good advice. Okay. Are you the person from Dhar Man? Yes, I am.